To listen to anytime you want. Awesome deal, huh? Anyway, so stop by freedomslips.com and order the entire 2013 library of your favorite host for just $30. Not only do you help with the station funding to keep us on the air, you also help the host because they get half of the net on every order. Also, we have Revolution Radio's all-time favorite shows all on one disc. The details are really broad, so you'll have to visit the website and go look at the details yourself. It's, again, www.freedomslips.com/season 2013.htm and get your favorites. First come, first serve, 7 to 21 days for delivery. Thank you. This is Revolution Radio, freedomslips.com, where information never sleeps, including me. Later.
We gotta stop them! They're gonna kill us all!
Every Tuesday evening on Revolution Radio at freedomslips.com, we present our goddess spiritual warrior, Kathy Bilski.
I command. I call to the architect of the universe's divine creators and ask for permission to quantum leap the world in all life forms on all planes and dimensions, seen and unseen, connected with planet Earth, to let us go beyond our known potential into the greatest unknown golden age the universes and worlds and all planets have ever experienced.
Kathy teaches the spiritual truth so that you may create a better life and be able to make positive changes for yourself and for the planet. She helps us remember that we are not powerless, but very creative spiritual beings having an Earth experience. Time to quantum leap into the age of divine enlightenment and let Kathy provide you with the tools of knowledge you need to awaken spiritually. That's the Quantum Leap Show. Let Light Unite every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Revolution Radio, Studio B.
Enter into a world unseen on Raven Star's Witching Hour. You will encounter eclectic topics from the realm of spirit brought into our matrix of truth. With your host, the Solaris Blue Raven. Solaris will bring you an array of unique guests covering topics from ghostly spirits to amazing anomalies, covert technology, UFOs, and shadowy global events.
And that's right here at Revolution Radio, freedomslips.com, Saturdays, midnight till 2 a.m. Eastern Time. Revolution Radio, where information never sleeps.
Let the magic rise.
Cosmos Connection.
There's a theory advanced that the universe is a living giant being, and that we, as human beings, made in its image, are miniature universes in ourselves, containing millions of corpuscles. The components of each corpuscle imagine themselves to be in a complete world of their own.
Please join T.J. Morris as she brings topics on cosmology, metaphysics, conspiracy theories, science, theology, ufology, and psychic awakening. Prepare to have your conscious go cosmic.
Hello, world. This is T.J. Morris. Can you hear me out there? This is an exciting time to be alive, and I hope you can hear me. Just wink if you can see me and hear me today. I'm excited because this is a brand new day in a brand new world, and this is a brand new experience for me, and I'm doing all I can to not panic because I'm trying to make sure that people love me with our favorite shows today on Freedom Slips, which is Revolution Radio. Now, I am doing all I can to be here now and hope that you are too. So just as the famous AMAD painter Thomas Becker has announced, we are beginning the Cosmos Connection. And he made that for me, and I'm all excited to be here and hope that you are too. Now, today we're going to learn how to be better than we are, and I am nervous as heck. You'd think I've never done a radio show before. I'm trying to find a mystery of why now, why we happen to live, and why we do what we do. And our show today is going to be sharing things that I've learned to share in the past, speeding up a vacuum of energy dominated by those we call the humanoid sentient intelligent being species, dealing with matter, space, and time. And just so you know, we've set this program up at a beautiful time of the day, which is noon on the eastern seaboard. And on the western seaboard, it is what? Well, back out 12:11 where I'm sitting, Central Time, coming to you from the great Commonwealth state of Kentucky. And then we go over, that's 11 a.m. today, 10 Mountain and 9 Pacific. That makes it 4 hours behind 11, which is 7 a.m. So wake up, all you people out there in Hawaii land, and let us know that you are going to be sharing with us today. There's topics we are going to discuss, and I'm hoping that Hawk can hear me. And if I go into the Revolution chat room, which I thought I was, but let me go back there, I may be able to see you guys and get your support over here. We're 5 minutes into the broadcast. I am TJ Morris, your host for this lovely day, Monday, November 10th, 2014. So this room of the chat we call Revolution Radio in freedomslips.com is where you will find me today if you would like to join us in Studio A Live. Our call-in number for those that are interested is 347-688-2902. And I'll be looking for you in the chat room and hope that all can see me. So I'm going to say hi all and then see what we shall prepare for today. I hope I have myself off mute. And now we have approximately 37 people coming and going. And we usually have a minimum of 50 or so every day. And this is Monday with the Cosmos Connection. And we are going to be discussing topics such as cosmology, metaphysics, ufology, science, technology, conspiracy theories, psychic awakening, the universal mind, and prepare your conscious to go cosmic. So I'd like to first of all thank everybody out there that are listening audience. We hope to have you prepared to be cosmic with me because it takes more than me to make a brilliant universe. And I can see people out there, but I'd really like to thank Kat and people such as Nighthawk and other people such as Willow and a Mad Painter for making this happen for all of us today. These people have put together an excellent platform for all of us to find each other. Yay! Count Cronola said hi, so I guess he can see me, so I'm doing that right. I understand all you listeners are there and that you are regulars and you probably know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm anticipating that I will get through this pleasantly, if one can say that I am very nervous, and I don't know if you know that I am human, but I have emotions, and right now they are high stream. I wonder what it is. It's like riding a bike, right, the first time. Now, I've been doing shows for over 4 years, and I actually had an FCC license in my early age in the University of Alabama over in Birmingham, and I was working for radio stations there, reading sports and news, believe it or not, so I should be over my panic this late, but we'll see how things go. Let's talk about bringing other people on in the last hour for sure, but I want to mention Willow Andreessen as an author, a journey into the mysteries of life and the end of the beginning. So Willow happened to have heard some of my shows, and I guess she liked getting me connected to Revolution, so she made this happen as well. So all of us are connected in one way or another. So with that said, I would like to invite all our friends to join in, and sooner or later I will learn how to add you in the future to our calls. And ultimately, we will be sharing various topics over the next few years, focusing on how we can be connected better to the universe. Now, I would like to share that I am into space science and have had my energy here and there, and have a rather interesting paranormal, supernatural, psychic type of history, and try to keep myself out of trance state. But if I go into a trance, just let me know. I heard a great show last night with Stephen D. Kelly. I hope you did too. He had Larry Gatlin on. Very impressive story. He's an NRA card carrying gentleman, and he's over here close to me. In Nashville area as far as the CMA goes, Country Music Association. So one never knows, what type of music one will be tuned into. But being clairaudient, you may hear things that are music and you may have senses. And we can discuss all of that because we all are sentient, intelligent beings. Now, practicing pointers are something we can emotionally adapt to on the planet, and I hope all of you guys out there will be interested in learning about yourselves and how you can connect to the other side, as well as how we can connect to each other via voice stream. And I don't know if you're familiar with All Talk Radio, but there are some great ways that we have grown, especially since the internet happened. And there's a gentleman that may be coming on later. I'll go ahead and mention his name, Bill M. Tracer, that wrote a book called Will the Internet Achieve Sentience? Some people think it already has. Of course, here we are, you and I, connected together. I can't see you, but I know you're there. So with that said, the initial misconceptions I have had is the fact that you exist. And Hal, 9000's here with us now on the chat room, but sharing our exercises in a fun way of being here now. Do you determine how psychic you will be on a daily basis if we are here now? We are going to learn to share ways of being, doing, and having, communicating in the way of the radio waves. And will we recognize and understand information that comes to us tuned in? Now, we each create a life map. And whether we know it or not, in other words, things that we want to happen, whether we dream them, imagine them, are just our being, who we are on a daily basis in food, clothing, shelter. And I know a lot of you out there always prepare for the best in life. So we prepare for the worst, but we hope for the best, do we not? And these ways that flow with things that are extenuating circumstances, like sometimes your washing machine breaking, or your car breaking, or your phone breaking, or your radio show host breaking, is the fact that we magnitude ourselves. We are magnanimous. Those are intuition facts that step further into the beyond. And this cosmos connection is going to offer a way to share understanding in the sending and receiving of energy, even though we sometimes have our brain overwhelmed. And so I'm hoping that all you guys out there will participate with me. And this is a talk show host, radio person that is trying to connect universally with everyone right now. So I'm going to talk to you today regarding how in the future I will be here, and try to do my best to make sure that all of you can hear me at least a couple hours a day, whether you're driving right now down in San Diego or LA, or over in Houston or San Antonio, or all my friends that are on Facebook that are going to find out, wow, we're tuning in together again, and we're going to create synergy and energy, especially for those in places and spaces that may be a little tough. So hopefully we're going to offer people methods of sharing their sensory perceptions on a foggy day, even if it's sunny, because sometimes people can materialize things that they didn't know were there, and we call those scotomas of the mind. And some of us have scotomas, and meaning hidden places or things that look different and that change. And we have some abilities that we're going to be sharpening, and that is to tune into the entire universal cosmos while we're physically in one place in one body. Now, you guys can help me and participate and hopefully get to know me a little better so I won't be so panicky when I'm talking to you on Revolution Radio, the Live Connect. So we are member supported, so I hope you will remember that. And remember, we do have a way to donate. Just want to mention that because it helps us keep this station up and running. Now, you know, there's a lot of topics I'm going to be presenting with various authors. I actually have an authors club. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but we happen to deal mostly in the spiritual metaphysical realms, but we touch on science and technology and second sight, reality experiences that happen with gifts of clairvoyance or clairaudience, and parapsychology. And I don't know if any of you guys are into the past, present, and future, and time and space-time, but we discuss things that happen here on the planet as well as things that we believe or know that are in the cosmos, in the universal order of things. But have you ever had a gut feeling, a meaning of something inside you that you just knew was happening, some kind of kinesthetic sense, or the hair stood up on the back of your neck and you knew something was before you or something was going to happen? Well, that's sort of a type of mental telepathy that happens mind-to-mind communication, but with a gut reaction. And these are things that we use in communication. Now, some people may be understanding that we, on a daily basis, have to walk through the valley of death we call life on a regular basis. But that insight, that thing that appears inside our own feeling and emotions may keep us drawn to a place that keeps us centered and adjusted so we don't panic in life. And doing that keeps us in check. And balance of energy is a very important part of the cosmos connection, and learning to be here now, but also knowing that there are things that we can control and there are things we cannot control. So today I'm trying to learn how to connect and to be here and make sure I don't punch any of the wrong buttons and mute myself or have people that want to participate and then don't add them. And we'll be looking for people like Bill M. Tracer, who wrote the book, Will the Internet Achieve Sentience? And then Tommy Hawksblood had wanted to help me get launched our first show. This is November 10th, and 47 years ago, I got married, and I find that interesting that today I begin a whole new revolution in my life with Revolution Radio and Freedom Slips. 47 years, that's a long time. That sort of gives you an idea of how old I am. But I actually took a vow to be married, and that gentleman has passed. But I had 4 beautiful daughters. They're absolutely gorgeous, and they were models, and they grew up to have children, and now I have grandchildren. So that's how old I am. But the baby boomers are very much into being here now and learning why the cosmos connection is important, and learning why we're here now. We're all observers. We're all on the planet together, and there's a force of energy that some call the critical mass mind that is allegedly, and I will say that because not everyone will believe what I'm about to say, is connected to the universal mind. And then above that, metaverses and multiverses. And then we have the xenoverse, which is the unknown area, and we may hear radio shows like the X Zone and the unknown. And right now I feel like I'm part of that because I feel like I'm in the unknown. So I'm trying to synchronize my internal and my external forces. And it seems to be taking a little longer than I would expect to be that I'm doing something new here and sharing energy with you now. But energy centers are very important. Now I'm going to share something with you that you may or may not agree with, but there's a golden light of the universe out there that people use today. I know that a lot of you may not understand what I'm going to say, but the cosmos connection is going to sometimes be very grounded about what's on the planet, and yet other times it's going to be about the energy that is above the planet and above the solar system and even above the galaxy. So we can discuss things that In some people's minds, they call it science, cosmology, and the study of all that is, universally speaking. But we have 7 energy chakras in our body that is used metaphysically and some with the Hermetic codes. But through time, from the A to Z of life, from ancient wisdom to new thought teachings, is what I have been able to surmise as to how we use words and how we connect this energy that we'll be talking about in the future. Now, learning how to share and learning how to be with others has places in space we can attune to. And now on the internet, being that it is a place in space where we meet, it's become very popular. And talking with you now, there's things that work, and there are people doing things that we would like to understand, but our success on featuring this show at this particular time on planet Earth is all about people being connected cosmologically in one constant that we call the now. And everyone has to do their part in order to make this happen. And these comparable matters, these beings, these sentient, intelligent beings, these humanoids on the planet, all working together to make life better or worse, because we're in a duality. As in space, matter and dark matter are comparable. But in the universe that we're speaking of, what I'm talking about as far as us emitting the universal intelligence, the universal mind connection, is that we all have that ability to be here now, but be connected to something greater than ourselves. Now, some people call it the divine providence, the divine revelations, et cetera, of energy that we receive when we meditate, that is receiving. We say prayer is sending and meditation is receiving. So we are senders and receivers at the scientific level. We are all observers, and we are here to hopefully grow and evolve and share that which is thought of as energy, because we're all energy, and as immortal energy, we can never stop being energy. So that's the grand universal scheme of things that's going to unfold. How we project our soul's journey with others is ready and willing and waiting on each of us to find our time and space here. What we do when we're here awake, conscious, and we were almost calling this conscious cosmos connection, but we also recognize that we can be asleep and have an inner voice and have lucid dreams and study and read and learn techniques to gain knowledge. And many of us have gifts and psychic abilities. So some people call that a metaphysical discussion. And others just say that it's just how the internet is developing into a positive metaphysical constant. So we're all learning similar interest and developing our skills and our belief systems. And what we know may be that we all have gifts to progress into faster thoughts, being tuned in to something that is real energy, and it may be more than we bargained for. I hope that you guys out there are all open-minded. I'm told you're a wonderful bunch of people, and that you keep your mind open. So we have ways to light your own fire, improve your self-confidence, your own self-esteem, and knowing yourself on this particular wonderful radio connection on the internet, if you will, and with your smartphones out there, be it whether you're on the internet or smartphones. We'd like to make sure that you choose to listen to us, and we're going to try to start you off weekly with a very good drum roll of energy, stepping you in the right direction weekly. And we're going to make it where the first hour we'll probably have a matter or topic to discuss, and the second hour open it up to all your comments. And we're going to have various psychic development courses, but teaching and knowing and sharing information on this life journey is a fact of life. And having total fulfillment, regardless of your personal accumulation of wealth or lack of it, is not important to us as individuals because we don't judge you on that, but reaching your personal goals and attempting to address your soul's full potential growth, that may be of some consequence, as we would like to think that we are about the future and having an excellent time in communication, and maybe even offer you a little guidance or assistance if needed on your life journey. So we hope you feel good about being here now on your spiritual journey, because there's so much in life that can bring us down. And, we have emotions, and emotions are here to assist us. We are sentients. We have senses, and we all need help from time to time. So that's why we have people that have these radio shows. They want to get the information out there to you, whether you're doing it information-wise, receiving it with technology, techniques, or intuitively speaking, or both. So the Cosmos Connection is going to be about our journey together in a battlefield of life that sometimes is dominated with forces for learning, with inner conflicts and outer conflicts. When you're going to work, trying to dodge all those cars in and out on the freeways out there, which I know. I was a truck driver coast to coast. Oh, did I say coast to coast with George Noory? No, I just did. So that's time. But I'm speaking coast to coast on the internet freeway. And we hope to someday be as potentially successful at getting from point A to point B on this planet and bringing each of your potential to amazing thought as to being the best person you can be. So having courage to take risks and trust and believe in yourself, it actually goes with the flow and not against the flow. But it's okay to understand that there's things that happen, and there's secrets in the universe. So feel free to be okay with the fact that knowledge is helpful to others, and especially those that may need to understand. Like today, I had to focus on being here now. It's sort of a job or an assignment from the universe, if you will, if you think high potential and futuristically speaking, because I had no idea what to expect and how to complete this assignment. But I have excellent faith in those above that guide us, and that we're on a road of life path. Now, how do I fit into this wonderful family? Be it perfect or dysfunctional, it is still a family of spirits. So we're learning to fit in, and I hope that you all as a individual observer are learning to fit in and to investigate that which you don't understand. I try to do what I can on a regular basis to learn, and I hope you do too. Now, I'd like to share something here while I'm moving all these screens around and learning how to communicate and see how we're doing here, is learning how to stay alive and connect to Revolution Radio and be here now, and know that there are those that will be our friends and create a better atmosphere for observing our existence at every level. And there are levels, by the way, all you observers out there of life. And there's ways that we can be ordinary and just fit in and go with the flow as cause and effect. And there's ways we can actually step up and work things out and take action. And sometimes unexpectedly, synergy happens, things that work together that is an amazing, miraculous type of energy. And our successes and failures may be compared in our own minds as to how we move forward. And if anybody ever learns anything, you know that we learn from our failures, our mistakes, and the energy that we produce or don't produce. And if we just sit still and do nothing on this planet, nothing happens. There's nothing to observe. As a matter of fact, if we just sit still and do nothing, gradually we will need sustenance. And if we don't get it, we will cease to function. And that's not a good situation, because then we have what's called death. And those friends of mine that are here now, they pretty much would like to stay alive. And so I hope you do too, because my bottom line on this planet is saying that we do not agree to support anyone in their suicidal tendencies of sitting still and doing nothing. So therefore, we're going to be a love and light type of energy that is love for all humankind, all sentient, intelligent beings, while light will be the wisdom and knowledge and education we share here on Revolution Radio. And having friends, that is the greatest recipe of life. And I'm hoping that I'm going to make some new friends and share with you ways that I have found that work for me. And then I would like you to share what works for you as well. Now, I have many friends with radio shows, and hopefully they'll be tuning in. It's a little, or a lot of mine are late night show hosts. There are people around the world. But at the same time, they're going to be very surprised to find that I'm now available in other areas of other time zones, which is something new to the world. The future talk of how we're going to revolutionize the world with our thought processes and connecting them via internet and via Revolution Radio. So sharing and doing and being and having is all possibly a way to prepare our consciousness to go cosmic. How we connect, how we share, what we share, and who we share it with. Now, I have ways of being, doing, and having that may, ouch. Sorry, you didn't feel that, did you? But I just ripped my cord that I'm connected to you right now. I had to learn how to use a headset so you could hear me better because of the tools that we're using on Skype, which is okay, but it is a physical manifestation that I'm not accustomed to having as something on my head. Now, you know, developing your innate ability to predict the future. Have you ever thought about that? I do, but I was born with a gift, and my mother was, and her mother before her. And I guess at one time or not, we probably would have been burned at the stake. But gifts are gifts. That's all they are. And I was an investigator and actually made a lot of money at doing investigations for wealthy attorneys. And I don't do that anymore. But otherwise, I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you now. So I'm hearing voices sometimes, but not in the way that you'd think crazy. And internal, which I think all of us do when it comes to the brain. Voices, sounds, music. Internally, we all have these gifts. And I'm sure that all of you have at one time or another heard something in you just can't get a sound out of your mind, right? A thought, a song. Where do those thoughts come from if they're not recorded somewhere in our body to return? And these are deep thoughts, but are they? Because we all do it. So how much of us have we really sat and shared about who we are and how we communicate with others in a form of mental telepathy even? That was some people have to know, and my children had it. We'd all start singing occasionally, going in the car, just start singing together, and are these positive waves that come out.